This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, February 7th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Well, we do need to follow up on the big story from yesterday where 2 Anne Arundel County Police officers were shot. The best news and the good news is that Detective Scott Ballard, a 22-year veteran from the police department, as well as Detective Ian Priest, are both out of surgery and both on their way to recovery. In more good news, late yesterday afternoon, the Anne Arundel County Police did take a person of interest into custody. They have stopped short of calling him a suspect, but in reference to the shootings and in a tweet, they said that we thank you for your support and patience. We'll give further information when we can as the investigation is still going on. We do not believe there is any further threat to our community. Now, in the press conference yesterday morning at 8 a.m., Chief Altamari was very, very clear, asking the suspect to give himself up. Ominously, he said, "Every minute you stretch this out, the more dangerous it becomes for my cops and yourself." Absolutely disgusted that 2 of our police officers were shot. Absolutely impressed of the professionalism of the Anne Arundel County Police Department bringing it to a resolution so quickly without any further injury. And a hearty thank you to every single one of the cops on our force. In other Anne Arundel County Police news, they arrested a Severn man on child pornography charges after receiving a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. This goes back to July of 2019 where they received the tip. Detectives did identify a physical address involved with uploading of child pornography, and on October 2nd, they executed a search warrant in an 1800 block of Watch House Circle South in Severn. They did identify the suspect at that time was Brian David Frisbee. He's a 52-year-old male of the address. When the forensic analysis came back, they did find that it was indeed child pornography on the electronic devices. They obtained an arrest warrant for Frisbee, charging him with 12 counts of possession of child pornography. And on February 4th, he was taken into custody without incident. Police have said that if anybody has any information on the incident or the suspect, to contact them at 410-222-4733. Once again, Brian Frisbee, 52 of the 1800 block of Watch House Circle South, been charged with 12 counts of the possession of child pornography. Following up on a City of Annapolis story we brought to you on February 2nd. Police did respond to Brook Court for a report of shots fired. When they arrived, they didn't find anything. Well, they did some more investigation and they finally found a man and a child that were involved in that shooting. The man said he was standing outside holding his 1-year-old child and was shot at. Fortunately, the shots missed him. More investigation, police ended up arresting Rico Johnson, who is 15, of Annapolis, for the shooting. He was charged as an adult, and he has been charged with 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder and 11 other criminal charges. Currently, he is being held without bond. And as I go through the news, I realize it's just nothing but bad news today, so we might as well take the pill and get it over with. The retail purge in Annapolis will continue. The Sears store will be closing at the end of April. That was announced yesterday by its parent company, Transformco. They said they're going to be closing the 125,000 square foot anchor at the mall, as well as the satellite Sears Auto Center, with liquidation starting next week. That will only leave 3 Sears stores in Maryland: Bel Air, Glen Burnie, and Silver Spring. And for those that have been in Annapolis for a while, they will remember that Sears was originally an anchor store at the former Parole Plaza, which is now the Annapolis Town Center. They moved to the Annapolis Mall in the mid-90s. They did go through one expansion, and at one point they had a store within a store when they had purchased Land's End. It's estimated that 200 people in full and part-time capacities will be without a job when the store finally closes. At one point, Wegmans Supermarkets was considering relocating to that Sears location, but they ultimately decided to pursue a standalone option on Riva Road opposite the Annapolis Town Center. Well, that deal fell through, as we all know, and the company couldn't come to terms with what the county wanted them to provide, and we're not sure whether they're considering the mall location. And once again, we have reached out to Wegmans, but we have not heard back from them as of yet. Stay tuned on that. We may still see a Wegmans coming into the area. Okay, that does it for us today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net for more information on these stories and more that will come in throughout the day. We always are updating it. If you're someplace where you can give us a rating or a review, please do that as well, because it does help us grow. Tell your friend about us as well. It is Friday. We've got a list of things that you may want to consider doing for the weekend, because we always do that on Fridays. And as we do every day, we have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast coming up in just 1 minute.
What are we going to do about Mom?
What kind of care does Dad need?
How much will it cost?
Who will take care of them?
These are the tough questions that come with aging parents. Bay Village Assisted Living and Memory Care can help. We have the experience and the resources to help you find those answers. To help you gain peace of mind, we can answer the when, the where, the how, and everything in between. Give us a call or stop by for confidential, free assistance. We're here for those conversations, and maybe it's time you were too. Bay Village Assisted Living and Memory Care, a new community designed with Annapolis in mind. Visit our Sales and Information Center at 947 Bay Ridge Road or online at bayvillageassistedliving.com. We know these are hard conversations, and we're here to help when you need us.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, February 7th. Yesterday was another raw, wet day for the Annapolis region, and today will bring more of the same to the region with fairly warm AM temps near 50 degrees this morning, dropping into the 40s by the PM hours as winds become fairly breezy, gusting over 40 miles per hour at times before skies clear in time for the weekend, with cool highs each day in the 40s, with a small but valid chance of some light rain or snow showers overnight Saturday night into early Saturday morning. And looking ahead to next week, we will likely see more 40s and 50s with additional rain showers Monday and or Tuesday, as well as another chance of rain late week as this relatively winterless winter continues on. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great weekend out there, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching the Apple or Google App Stores for DCMDVA Weather, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Dirty house? Call a spouse. That's right. Facts are, men don't always listen when it comes to cleaning the house. Spouses Cleaning Houses does. They clean almost anything. Fridge, oven, tub, showers, walls, porches, floors, ceilings, carpets, upholstery, tables, counters, pictures, mirrors, lights, fans, windows. They even take out the trash. Spouses Cleaning Houses has more than 13 years experience maintaining sparkling clean homes in and around Annapolis with respect and dedication. The friendly and flexible cleaning professionals at Spouses listen, understand, and act to meet nearly all your cleaning requests. For that breath of fresh air, clean feel, call a spouse at 410-571-9428 or at spousescleaninghouses.com. Just in time for your summer get-togethers, they're offering a spectacular summer savings, 20% off your first cleaning. That's right, save 20%. Just call a spouse, 410-571-9428 or at spousescleaninghouses.com. Spouses Cleaning Houses. Men may not listen, the spouses do.
Every weekend, there's something exciting going on in the Annapolis area. Be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net to sign up for a newsletter highlighting all the weekend events. Here are our top picks for this weekend.
Hey, it is the weekend, and there is an awful lot of stuff going on. A little bit later tonight, over at the mall at the Brass Tap, it is the Brass Tap Drag Bingo, February 7th edition. This is the first and third Fridays of every month at 10 p.m. You can join everybody for Drag Bingo featuring Regina Josette Adams, Queen Jalaya Nicole, and Ashley Josette Adams. And it is a 21 and over event. Tomorrow morning, the LGBTQ plus History in Maryland lecture series continues at the London Town Gardens. This is put on by P Flag Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And up this week, Dr. Christopher Melke is going to present a talk called More Than Friends, the Queer Chesapeake in the 18th, 19th, and 20th Century. And it's going to be a stationary version of the 3 Centuries of Queer Annapolis walking tour, which will include stories of Revolutionary War generals, African-American school teachers, a quack doctor called the Monopolizer of Her Own Sex, and many more. This sounds like a really interesting series. It goes the month of February, 10 a.m. It is free to attend down at historic London Town Gardens. From 10 to 2 at the Blue Ribbon Project up in Crownsville, it is a Speak Up, Speak Out Child Abuse Awareness Program. Annapolis Detective Taylor Piles is the executive director and founder of the Blue Ribbon Project. They do a wonderful job for foster kids and those that have been neglected and abused. And one of the best tools in fighting child abuse is having the ability to recognize it when it's happening and to speak up. This is a great informative time, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. You do need to pre-register, and you can go to blueribbonproject.org. Register there. It is free to attend. There will be no cost. I highly recommend that everybody does that. That's just as important as CPR in my book. A little bit later on in the afternoon tomorrow over at Bin 201 Wine Cellars at the Annapolis Town Center, it is Binology 101, the basics of wine tasting. And I would love to go do this because I love wine, but I don't know what the hell it is I'm tasting. This class is going to take a look at the typical characteristics of popular grape varietals and explain the terminology and techniques of tasting, and you can learn how to recognize the subtle and subjective flavors of wines. It does cost a little bit of money. It is $29, but you do get wine. And so if you're looking to be an oenophile, that might be a good place to start. Again, Binology 101 at Bin 201 Wine Cellars at the Annapolis Town Center from 2 to 3:30 tomorrow. And tomorrow night, this sounds like an hysterical event at St. John's College at the Francis Scott Key Auditorium. It's called Mortified Annapolis, Doomed Valentines. What it is a production starring everyday adults sharing their most embarrassingly real teenage diary entries, poems, love letters, lyrics, locker notes in front of an audience of total strangers. Sounds like it might be an hysterical night tomorrow night. The cost is $17 in advance, and you can get tickets at sjc.edu. That's for St. John's College. Or if you just want to roll up to the door, it is $20. And finally, as we wrap up the weekend, this is on Sunday at the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel at 210 Holiday Court in Annapolis. This is sort of across the street from the old Chili's/Chewy's. Singles on Sailboats is hosting what they're calling a Sassy event, open to all. And they're going to offer a number of morning seminars, including Introduction to SOS, which is Singles on Sailboats, which sounds like a fun organization, the fundamentals of sailing, the rules of the road, handling emergencies, and Stop the Bleed certifications. And everybody is invited, whether you're a member of Singles on Sailboats or not. And everybody is also invited to stay for the luncheon, as well as their annual award ceremony a little bit later on in the afternoon. You can find out more about Singles on Sailboats at singlesonsailboats.org. Sounds like a fun thing to do on a February morning while you're dreaming of getting out on the water. All right, those are our suggestions for the weekend. Go explore one or more of them, or maybe dig up something on your own to do. But whatever you do, please do it safely, because we'll see you here on Monday.
Hey, Annapolis, Eastern Shore, and Anne Arundel County. My name's Rick Peters, and I'm the president of Solar Energy Services in Millersville, Maryland. Need a new job in the new year to help take you in a different direction? Maybe you aren't feeling fulfilled in your current job and want to be part of the excitement and growth of the clean energy industry. Consider coming to work for Solar Energy Services and give yourself a new career and fresh start at a company that not only offers competitive pay and benefits, but also cares about our employees as much as we care about our customers. That says a lot because we've been in business for over 40 years and we know how to provide 5-star service. Visit solarsaves.net or call 410-923-6090 today. We are hiring immediately for solar installers, drafting specialists, and commercial project managers as we prepare for another great year. Are you up for the challenge? Apply today. Sunshine's a wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.